Hi, this is Darren Tackett with the Tackett team at RE/MAX Fine Properties, and today I want to talk vacation rentals, VRBO, Airbnb, whatever you want to call it. It all boils down to the same concept. And the reason I thought this would be a great topic is I've sold 2 of these in the last 30 days. And I noticed when I was looking through some slides of the Cromford report that in 2019, 71% of our home buyers were end users. That number has dropped to 58%, and the increase has been made up for by investors, which a lot of are buying VRBO properties, and second home purchases. So it's a big topic. It's very controversial to a degree. Some people love them, some people don't. But the reality is I don't think this trend is going anywhere. So if you're thinking about jumping into that market, I think there's some things you definitely have to consider before doing it. One of these, and probably the most important, is where is the property located? Meaning you have multiple layers of potential restrictions on these things that you have to consider. The first and foremost is what municipality is it in? You know, here we've got Phoenix, Mesa, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley. There's so many different ones, and some of them have a much more restrictive attitude. Like the town of Paradise Valley just passed an ordinance last month that puts a layer of restrictions on short-term rentals, to the point that my last client said, you know what, let's just rule out Paradise Valley. He just didn't want to deal with it. So you need to know those up front before you're going to go and start seriously looking. The second layer, and the most powerful layer, are homeowners associations. So if you want to make sure that you can do this, just find something that doesn't have a homeowners association. That's your easiest route. But even then, you have to make sure there are no deed restrictions, because there are properties that have deed restrictions with no formal HOA. So big distinction. The second thing is, if it does have an HOA, it's very easy to call them and find out what the minimum rental term is. Now, many associations have a minimum rental term. It may only be 30 days, it may be 2 weeks, but a lot of them are 90 days or some even longer. And those are the things you have to consider. Now, people still do it. They're just at risk because HOAs have a lot of power. So if you're going to jump into this market, you need to be aware of checking those 2 things first. The other thing you really want to pay attention to is management. Are you going to manage it? Because look, these are very intense. You know, these tenants are paying a lot of money. They're not there for a large amount of time. And if light bulbs go out, if the toilet doesn't work, like, you know, they're going to want like immediate relief. So to me, if you're equipped to do that, great. I have multiple clients and friends that self-manage a few of these on their own, but I highly recommend property management companies. There's at least 4 or 5 that we work with, and that's what they are completely geared to do. Now, it's not cheap, but again, it takes that burden off of you, and these things tend to do fairly well. I mean, we're in an amazing market. We have sunshine, golf, spring training. I mean, people want to be here. So it's been an amazing market, and I've seen them work both ways. So I could go on for another 10, 20 minutes on this topic, but I just wanted to touch on it. And if you guys have questions on that, feel free to reach out. We've done quite a few of these. We don't manage them, but we have the contacts to put it all together if this is something you'd like to explore. So anyway, Darren Tackett with the Tackett team. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.